Wait for it, Carlotta. We're not done. Good morning, everybody. Good morning to you all. Oh, you're going to understand all right, Carlotta. Oh, you're going to understand. Good morning, Vegas, dear. You are going to understanding. You're taking my word for it. Good morning, Greenie. Give me a couple thumbs up for the music this morning. So far, so good. Oh, we're not done, Carlotta. Pop, stop with the camera work. Cough, cough. Pops, leave the camera alone. But that's me dancing. I just am not going to show you guys the reflection this time. Next. Wait for it. We have another song. We actually have 3 this morning. One moment. There we go. This is for, we all know who. Respect. This is good stuff. This is world class. And it's only 3 minutes long. Hang in there. Carlotta, you have to stay. No, you can't put it on mute. Come on. It's only 3 minutes long. You can do it. It's Monday Opera. Come on, man. That's amazing. Luciano Pavarotti. Yes, Matt. Not Pavarotti, but close. Carlotta, it's not me on mute. You're putting Luciano. That's Luciano. Luciano. Only another minute and a half. Don't worry. Lee, 2 or 3 good ounces from a 27 quart. Also depends on what strain you're running. Thrasher will give you more than a Ghost. Wait. This is not torturous. Anybody that's being tortured by this needs to re-examine their culture programming. Almost done, Carlotta. This is because of Carlotta that we're doing this. I just want you to know. There it is. Carlotta! Look how intense he is. Oh, you know this would be way cool live, exception, especially if you're wearing tux and evening gowns. You bet, Lee. Anytime. Anytime, my friend. Okay, one more song. Carlotta, I hope you enjoyed that. That was for you, dear. Anybody that has special requests, you just get them in. We'll play them for Whoops. We'll play them for you just like we did for Carlotta. That was a special request that Carlotta put in. So we're just honored Carlotta's special request, especially because she's hosting Mushfest. Pops, you're a wreck this morning. Fix it. Okay. Here we go. Kimberly. Within 24 hours, man, if you have trike, it's in there. It's not just in soil, it's throughout the whole air. Just scoop it out and try. Keep trying, but it's very rare it'll work. Once trike starts in the air, it doesn't start in the soil. So if you see it on the soil, it's throughout. We'll do that on a question and answer later. Now listen up. This is because Carlotta wants her freedom now. She's free from opera. Way you feel it. Listen carefully to the sound of loneliness and eyes back and stillness of remembering what you had. Now this is what I wanted. Get out of here, Luciano. We're not in Italy right now. Badgie's like, oh, at least I understand it. I'm happy this morning. I'm sad happy. I'll talk to you guys about why in a minute. There got to be more likes, though. Come on. There's 87 people here with 3 likes. Can we do better than that? Exercise that thumb, lazy thumber. Come on, man. My thumb's been working all morning. Oh, Pops and Carlotta and Sandy in Italy. I'd be chasing them around the streets of Rome on scooters. You want to wrap around your feet, love you to hide yourself. When in Rome, chase them on scooters. That's a good version. That's a good reggae cover, right? It's pretty good. If Pops would stop talking and let you listen. This is pretty good. only love you in that place. Golden, gold. Good morning, Jesus Christ in Australia. All you have to do is wave your hand and you can fix any Wi-Fi issues. If you're the true JC. I love you in that place. Whoa. Oh. They come, of course they go. That's what they do. You clean no more. Boom! Like that it is. Oh, Pops. What's next? Oh, okay, that's enough. I'm not the best DJ in the biz. I know that now. I know that. But we do all right. Here we go. Good morning. Good shower hair morning. It's all wet still. You guys, I'll be right back. Good morning. Good morning. Who has a paper and a pencil available to them? Or some way of keeping score, right? Of course, that's exactly what I say, Kimberly. It's my soap opera. It's the Tea Crew soap opera music. As the world turns, so does the Tea Crew, or something like that. I don't exactly know how to do it. I need a bunch of you, all of you, whoever wants to play, get a scorecard ready. Get your own personal scorecard ready. It has to be able to count from 1 to 10. Crayons will work, Trippy. If you think you can keep track in your head, I challenge you, that's okay. But everybody get your scorecard ready. I'm going to give you 1 minute. If you think you need to grab a piece of paper and a pencil, that might be smart. If you think you could keep track of it some other way. 1 through 10, you have to keep score. Okay? Jesus Christ will remember everything. Jesus Christ already knows all the answers. So it almost doesn't count. Okay. You guys ready? Trippy found a crayon. Everybody ready? Give me 10 people say they're ready and I'm going to go. Now we're assuming, because we're not supposed to make assumptions, so forget it, we're not going to say assume. We know that everybody that's saying I'm ready is also saying I'm impeccable. When you say I'm ready, you're also saying I'm impeccable and I won't cheat, not the group, but I won't cheat myself. Here we go. Okay? Here we go. First question. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to be answering you a series of 10 true-false questions. They're going to happen pretty fast. You're going to keep track. Anybody that gets 10 correct will raise their hand, and we'll take it from there. Keep track of how many you got right out of 10. Number 1. Okay, does everybody understand? You're going to keep track. You're going to tell yourself the score. Highest score at the end is going to win a prize. If there's ties, we'll do a spin-off on the tie. Or something. I'll break the tie. Good luck. Here we go. It never snows in Hawaii. True or false? It never snows in Hawaii. Is that true or is that false? You don't have to tell me. You could say it out loud here if you want, but you have to keep track yourself. That's the most important thing. Because I'm going to fly through these questions and there's going to be a bit of a lag. I don't care. You're keeping track. You'll tell me at the end of 10 what your score was. Next question. Oh, by the way, the answer was false. Several of Hawaii's volcanoes are high enough in elevation that they have snow in the winter. Next question. Indonesia is the world's largest producer of coconuts. True or false? Indonesia produces the most coconuts. True or false? Don't wait for the lag. Answer it real quick. We're moving on. Okay, the answer is true. True. Indonesia generates more coconuts than any other country in the world. True. Question number 3. The shortest river in the United States is shorter than a football field. True or false? The shortest river in the United States is shorter than a football field. True or false? The answer. I'm giving you enough time to answer it to yourself. The answer is true. True. The Roe River in Montana is just 201 feet long. A 201 foot long river in Montana. Question number 4. Switzerland and Germany have the same most popular last name. Switzerland and Germany have the same most popular last name. True or false? Big Al, it's called the Roe River, so let's just go with what it says here. True or false? Switzerland and Germany shared popular last name. The answer is true. True. Mueller is the most popular last name in both Switzerland and Germany. True. Number 5, question number 5. Antarctica is a desert. True or false? Antarctica is a desert. True or false? The answer is true. True. Antarctica receives less than 10 inches of rain each year, which classifies it as a desert. Number 6. I hope you guys are keeping track of your score. We've done 5 so far, so you should have 5 answers on your scorecards. Number 6. The names Petrograd, Leningrad, and St. Petersburg all refer to the same Russian city. True or false? St. Petersburg, Petrograd, Leningrad are all the same city. Is that true or is that false? The answer is true. St. Petersburg, which is the second largest city in Russia, changed its name from in Petrograd in 1914, then Leningrad, and then anyways, it changed its name 3 times before it went back to its first name, St. Petersburg. So it's true. Number 7. Question number 7. Phoenix, Arizona was previously called Cactusville. Phoenix, Arizona was originally called Cactusville. True or false? True or false? Cactusville, Phoenix? The answer is false. False. Before it was a city, some of the local residents called it Pumpkinville due to the wild pumpkins that grew there. But it's never been known as Cactusville. Number 8. Let's see how we're doing. Number 8. The first gas station in the United States was in Detroit. True or false? The first gas station in the United States was in Detroit. Hey, that's where the Mush Lab is. That's definitely where the first Mush Lab was. Hope there's a whole bunch more of them. The first gas station in the United States was in Detroit. True or false? The answer is false. False. Pittsburgh claims the honor of being home to the first U.S. drive-in gas station. It opened in 1913. 1913 in Pittsburgh. Number 9. Number 9. America's first zoo was in Philadelphia. America's first zoo was in Philadelphia. Is that true or is that false? The way I read it, it sounds like it's true because I make them all sound true. But are they? The first zoo was in Philadelphia. True or false? That's number 9 question. The answer is true. It absolutely was. The Philadelphia Zoological Gardens first opened in 1874 and is still operating today. Congratulations. And number 10, here we go. Here we go. Number 10, Asia has 7 of the world's 10 most populated cities. Asia has 7 of the world's 10 most populated cities. Is that true or is that false? And I hope you guys have your scores ready. Here's your final answer. True. The answer is true. There are 7 of them. The most populous cities are Tokyo, Japan, Delhi, India, Shanghai, China, Dhaka, Bangladesh, Beijing, China, Mumbai, India, and Osaka, Japan. There, we just went through 10 questions. Did anybody get 10? Who got 10 correct? Matt Leonard's saying 9. That's good. Exceptions got 9. So we have 2 so far. Angela's got 9. Okay? So we've got Happy Mike says he's 10 for 10. Okay, Happy Mike. We got a lot of nice 9s for 10s. Good job, you guys. Happy Mike. Congratulations. Happy Mike. And we got a Brian. Brian says he did too. So Brian and Happy. I'll give you guys a couple more questions. Everybody say what you got if you feel like it. Happy Mike and Brian with a Y are the 2 that said that they've both got 10s. Okay? So we got 2 10s. All right? So here's what we're doing. Happy Mike and Brian. Those are the 2. Matt had a 9, I think. We're looking for 10 out of 10s. Matt said he had a 9 out of 10, if I remember correctly. Brian and Happy Mike, pick a number 1, 2, or 3. Brian and Happy Mike, pick a number 1, 2, and 3. Here we go, kids. Happy Mike and Brian, pick a number 1, 2, or 3. We're going to spin you off. Brian's got a 2. Happy Mike, pick a 1 or a 3. There we go. We got a 2 and a 3. Hold on. If it's a 1, we'll respin. 2 and a 3. 2 and a 3. 3 it is. 3 it is. Happy Mike. 10 for 10. And he catches 1 out of 3. Happy Mike. You're the big win for today, or beginner winner for today. How was that? Did you guys, would you, before I even show you that, did you guys enjoy that contest? Trippy said she did. Did you guys, was that a little, it was long, but we kind of learned 10 things. We learned 10 random factos, right? Well, some of you guys knew a lot of stuff here. Don't you, some of you are walking away going, I'm pretty smart, man. I'm 8 out of 10. Like, that's good. 7 out of 10, it ain't even bad. Hey, 2 out of 10, you get to work, you start reading some more. Okay, was that cool? Was that pretty cool? That's pretty cool, I think. Okay, we might do that again then. Okay? I missed the Detroit gas station question. Me too. I would have said yes to that all day long. Here we go. International Kindness Association. You're going to get a sticker. You're also going to get a 10-pack. Happy Mike. You should be happy you're getting a 10-pack of Pops, PEs. Oh, let's throw this in there too. Another gram or 2 of this. My Crunchy Wunchies. Okay, we got to get rid of the Crunchy Wunchies. They go to you. So, I did this in 7th grade. Hey, what are you trying to say? We're 7th graders? Hey, have you ever played the game? Are you as smart as a 7th grader? No, most of us aren't. Okay, Happy Mike, congratulations. Will you please give me your address? Send it to my email, new contact at my website, fungi2u.com, and we'll get this sent out to you, Happy. Pops is going to be a little bit stricter. I'm going to get strict. Does it look like I'm serious right now? I'm going to give you guys my, what's his name, Walter White look. This is serious now. This is serious business right now. Let me put it to this way. I need your addresses right away. I'm not going to wait for them. If you want a prize, get your address in right away. I'm going to give you 24 hours to make it happen. If it doesn't happen in 24 hours, your prize goes back into inventory and somebody else will win it. Clearly you don't want it. No more waiting around. Okay, I'm not very good at it. I know I'm not very good at it. Get your stuff in by 24 hours. Just waiting 2 weeks later, hey, Pops, I got something back on the 9th, and it was Let's not do that to everybody. You know who you're really doing it to yourself. Am I right? Don't do that. So get your, you got 24 hours to get me your information. If you don't get me your information within 24 hours, I have to put your box back into circulation. Okay, and why am I going to do that? Because I'm going to be impeccable. I'm going to be impeccable. I'm going to do what I say. I have this soft streak, and I'm like, but for that person, I'll wait 3 or 4 extra days or something, right? Let's not do that. If you win, if you're playing and you won, if you don't want it, say it right here and now so somebody else can. From to, you sitting like that. Enough said. I love giving stuff away. But once you give it away, it's kind of rude if the people don't take it. Right? And it'd be kind of weird. I'm going to read to you guys this morning. Can I have 5 people give me 10. Give me 10 people. Matt, you can, of course, we love receiving stuff here, especially if we can give them away to other people. That's what we like the most. People that share. This book here, I'd like to read a reading out of it. Okay, this is like, you know what happened to me today? All morning long. Remember I said I was sad, happy? I'm really happy. I'm in a great mood. But there's a part of me that's super sad. And I didn't know that the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth II, the whole thing would impact me the way it has. I read a book about her this weekend just because I wanted to know more, because I don't know very much. And all of a sudden, this lady's been world monarch for 70 years. And what did I know? Nothing. And I'm watching the funeral this morning. And the first thing that comes to my mind is, boy, do those English know how to put on a ceremony. Jeez. You talk about good pomp and circumstance people. Woo! If I'm going to have a funeral, I'm going to go over there and have it. Somebody threw a beef eater around me. You know what I'm talking about? I was watching this morning. Well, I've been watching a lot all week. How many armies and navy how many services do they have? They have the most amazing I love uniforms. It's one of the reasons I joined the Marine Corps. True. I thought they were like, I went and looked at all the uniforms because my ASVAB, it was like I slammed the ASVAB. They're like, you could go into any service you want. Which one do you want? Air Force was going, come on, come on, come on. We want you. We want you. And I'm like, I want to play Marine Corps. I want to play rugby for the Marine Corps, and I love their uniforms. I freaking love the Marine Corps uniform. Of all of our uniforms, by far the Marine Corps are the coolest to me. Our American uniforms are nothing compared to those English guys. I love those things. They have good. Are you talking about gold braid, epaulettes? Talking about how about the hats that are all the way up to here? They still wearing those things. How about the ones they got the white plume stuff coming off of them? The crazy thing is if you grow up in England, you'd know what those guys were. I'm sitting here looking at them. Is that a beef eater? Is that a Royal Palace Guard? Is that a Navy? I don't have any idea what they are. What does it take to get one of those uniforms? I want one of those uniforms, especially like the ones with all the colors on them. What does it take to get to be one of those guys? They have a lot of them too. And then all joking aside, I watched them as they were putting the casket. They were carrying the casket this morning. Yeah, Sidey. As they were carrying the casket this morning, I saw them, the group of young, handsome, clean cut as could be, obviously, you're going to be polished and looking your best. You're carrying the Queen's casket. The Queen's casket. First of all, think about that crown that was on it. Think about that crown. That crown had to be worth $1 billion. There's more jewels on that crown. I just want one little speck off of it. Can I have one? Can I have one of those ones right there? Well, that one right. Yeah, I'll take that one. That crown, the orb, the scepter. And yeah, you talk about being in an honorable position. Those kids that were carrying the coffin, they were pretty hand-chosen. They were pretty hand-chosen, right? So anyways, I'm watching them. There was a portion in the ceremony where they have to lower the coffin down because they're carrying it on their shoulders, and they have to lower it down so they can put it into the hearse. And I swear on the Holy Bible, I shouldn't do that. In my brain, I'm like, please don't drop it. I had a premonition that they were going to drop the coffin. Boop. I'm not joking. I'm not trying to be a clown either. I literally was having this premonition. I'm over here, some goofball in Detroit going, oh, please don't drop the coffin, whatever you sending don't drop the coffin responsibility to these guys. And they did a beautiful job. Every movement. If you're a military guy, any kind of a military background, even if not, boy, did I appreciate that. The pomp and circumstances, I love it. And she deserves every bit of it. She deserves every single bit of it. So at the end of the day here, it makes me sad. I was sad. I cried. I was like watching her coffin walk down the street, go down the street, and then the king behind it. The king and the queen walking right behind it. And then William and his little boy. And I'm thinking, there's number one. And then William's number two, right? And then after that's the little boy. There's the third king in line. He, that little kid, he's third in line to be the king. And he seems like such a neat little kid. I don't know. I'm gossiping. Anybody feel like I'm rambling? Anybody feel anybody paying attention? Anybody feel kind of the same way? The old guard, that stuff at Hague's. They were at the Wellington Arch today. Stuff like that. It was blowing my mind. I was actually running late for preparing for things here this morning because I was like watching this and I was like, gosh, once in a lifetime, we'll never see anything like that again. We'll never see anything like it again. So let's talk about the eye of a needle. Let's talk about the eye of a needle. There's that scripture that says, we're not doing scripture readings or teachings, but we've all heard this one before. It is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of God. So that sort of predisposes the question, what can one do to attain happiness? There is nothing you or anyone else can do to attain happiness. Why? For the simple reason that you are already happy right now. So how can you acquire what you already have? If that is so, why do you not experience this happiness which is already yours? So this concept is you are walking happy. You already have it. It's not something you can go out and acquire. How can you acquire something you already have? You have it. It's up to you to experience it, right? Because your mind is creating unhappiness all the time. Our program, our domestication, our engrams. I would add our expectations and our assumptions are creating unhappiness. Drop this unhappiness of your mind, and the happiness that has always been yours will instantly surface. How does one drop unhappiness? Find out what is causing it and look at the cause unflinchingly, impeccably. If you do that, it will stop. Now, if you look carefully, you will see that there is one thing and only one thing, and one thing only, that causes unhappiness. The name of that thing is attachment. This is so good, you guys. This is deep. It's about a page or two long. Can I go on? Do you want to know more about it? The name of that thing is attachment. I know we're more of a mycology show, and I've just done true and false this morning. Now all of a sudden I'm a spiritual guy. But I like us doing this in the morning. It freshens us up, right? And it's not Pops's word. Like, I'm not preaching. I'm just reading books to you guys. The name of that thing is attachment. What is an attachment? An emotional state of clinging caused by the belief that without some particular thing or some person, you can't be happy. I need that. I gotta have it. Without that, And you have a million of them in you. This emotional state of clinging is composed of two elements. One is positive and the other is negative. The positive element is the flash of pleasure and excitement, the thrill that you experience when you get what you are attached to. The negative element is the sense of threat and tension that always accompanies the attachment. Think of someone gobbling up food in a concentration camp. With one hand, he brings the food to his mouth. With the other hand, he protects it from his neighbors who will grab it from him the moment he lowers his guard. There you have the perfect image of the attached person. So an attachment by its very nature makes you vulnerable to emotional turmoil. And it's always threatening to shatter your peace. Oh, you have it. But do you really have it? You're always guarding it. You keep it. Didn't bring you what you thought it was going to. So how can you expect an attached person to enter that ocean of happiness available to us? You might as well expect a camel to pass through the eye of a needle. Now, the tragedy of an attachment is that if its object is not attained, it causes unhappiness. It merely causes a flash of pleasure followed by weariness. And it's always accompanied, of course, by the anxiety that you may lose the object of your attachment. I'll give you a minor example. Jet ski. I gotta have that jet ski, man. Man, I really need a jet ski. Everyone else this summer is getting a jet ski. I want to go jet skiing with all my pals. Jet ski, jet ski, jet ski. Jet ski, I gotta get... You do everything, just flash. You're trailing the jet ski home. Oh man, you're gonna go out to the harbor. You go out on the jet ski 3 times that summer. Bet it's rusting in your driveway. Most of them end up rusting in driveways. You say, I can't just keep one attachment. Well, of course, you can keep as many as you want. But for each attachment, you pay a price in lost happiness. Think of this. The nature of attachments is such that even if you satisfy many of them in the course of a single day, the one attachment that wasn't satisfied will prey upon your mind all day and make you unhappy. You get everything you want except that one thing. One thing, one girl, one guy, one situation, one promotion. There's no way to win in the battle of attachments. As well search for water without wetness as for an attachment without unhappiness. No one has ever lived who has come up with the formula for keeping the object of one's attachments without struggle, anxiety, fear, and sooner or later defeat. There's only one way to win the battle of attachments. Drop them. Contrary to popular belief, dropping attachments is easy. All you have to do is see, but really see, the following truths. First truth, you're holding on to a false belief, namely the belief that without this particular person or thing, you will not be happy. You have that belief about certain things. Change the belief. See it. Take your attachments one at a time and see the falseness of this belief. You're going to encounter some resistance from your heart, but the moment you do, you'll see that there's an immediate emotional result. At the very instant, attachment loses its force. Second truth, if you just enjoy things, refusing to let yourself be attached to them, that is, refusing to hold the false belief that you will not be happy without them, You are spared all the struggle and emotional strain of protecting them and guarding them for yourself. This is so huge. This is so huge. Refusing to let yourself be attached to these things. I've said here before we read this, so I'm not just parroting what this guy said. I said way before this, I want to die with my bank balance at zero, Brock taken care of, the way I'm supposed to, but everything I want to own, I want to give it all away. I want everything to fly off the magic carpet as I'm flying around. I didn't used to be like that. I used to man, I want to own more property. I want to have bigger toys. I want to have a big boat. I want to have a fast car. Oh, my cars better be a convertible and it better be bright. I used to. All attachments. All outer signs of no inner peace. I'm not kidding you. My job today is give it all away. I don't want to be attached to it. But Pops, wasn't that a really big mushroom you gave away? Yeah. Would you have given away? No, that was too big. I don't look at them that way. They become an attachment if you do. People get attached to their mushrooms. Ooh. They get anxious and depressed about them. You can't even be attached. You just have to enjoy it. You have to enjoy it. That's all. Like you could lose it all tomorrow and start over to be okay. Because you're impeccable. You're taking you with you to the next game. And you're a winner. I'm a winner. No matter what game I play, I'm going to win. Done. That's the self-confidence that I've bred in myself through practice. I'm also a cheater. You know how I cheat? I only play games I'm good at. I'm not starting any new games with you guys that I don't know how to play yet. So I make sure I'm kind of good at it, and then I play like a son of a gun. I don't start new ones. I don't play baseball. I was the kid, I'm not kidding you, I was a good athlete. In anything physical, anything that took hits. I wasn't big, but I like to hit. Baseball, true story. Just as much as I'll brag about I was a great rugby player, there wasn't a worse baseball player within 8 blocks around. Nobody. I never played organized baseball. I was afraid of the baseball. I was afraid of the baseball. Not pitching, because back then the kids weren't pitching that fast. I literally was afraid that the ball coming down, I was always in right field usually, stick me out in right field. And I knew inside my head was, I'm going to drop the ball. I'm going to drop it. My lack of confidence, and because I told myself I'm going to drop it, it would plunk me right on the head. Almost every time. Boop. There it goes. I told myself it would hit me on the head, and it did. After about the third time getting hit on the head, first of all, the coach didn't pick you anymore. Second of all, I'm not going out there and playing that game. I'm not good at it. And I didn't. I probably should have. Okay? Kim, that's why I'm worried about dropping the casket. I'm not even kidding you. I was the worst baseball player. I didn't even stand on the curb to get picked. I'm like, no, I'm not playing that dumb game. No. Has it occurred to you that you can keep all the objects of your attachment without giving them up? Without renouncing a single one of them? And you can enjoy them even more on a non-attachment basis, a non-clinging basis, because you're peaceful now and relaxed and unthreatened in your enjoyment of them. And here's the third and final truth. I'm almost done. Are you guys good with this reading this morning? Yeah, see, Vegas, that's how I was. I got bopped on the head probably 3 times. I'm like, I don't like this game very much. I suck. Let me go hit somebody in a football game. The third and final reading, and truth. If you learn to enjoy the scent of 1,000 flowers, you will not cling to one or suffer when you cannot get it. God, that's beautiful. Man, what poet wrote that? 1,000 flowers. You don't cling on to one. If you learn to enjoy the scent of 1,000 flowers, if you have 1,000 favorite dishes, the loss of one will go unnoticed and leave your happiness unimpaired. But it is precisely your attachments that prevent you from developing a wider and more varied taste for things and people. Yeah, I like this little group I got. I don't need to expand out of this. Oh, I got my 2 little attachment of knowledge. I hang on to them like a miser. When you free yourself, you're free to float past 1,000 flowers and smell them all. In the light of these 3 truths, no attachment can survive. But the light must shine uninterruptedly if it is to be effective. Attachments can only thrive in the darkness of illusion. That's really good too. The rich man. This back to the eye of the needle. We weren't preaching out of the Bible actually on this, were we? That whole rich man getting to heaven, camel, eye of the needle story. No. This is the way you look at it. The rich man cannot enter the kingdom of joy. Not because he wants to be bad, but because he chooses to be blind and attached. You open your eyes, you can go right through the needle, baby. Woke people slip right through that needle eye. Am I right? Gas Planet, I've been involved in mycology since the 70s. 1978. What was my original attachment? Money. Profit. Be the biggest mushroom dealer in the San Fernando Valley. And I was. A little 18-year-old, 19-year-old squirt. That was the reason. So we'll do it. How's this? You guys want to do a question and answer tomorrow? Why don't we do a question and answer tomorrow? I'll spend about 30, 40 minutes just answering questions here. Whatever questions you guys want to ask. We'll do a question and answer, mycology and otherwise. Okay? Somebody even asked my height. I'll answer that tomorrow. Okay. I'll answer that now. I'm 5'8" and a half. I jealously hang on to that half. Right? That half means a lot, man. Especially as you get older, because you lose a half. You lose a half here and you lose a half there. But if you're pops, you'll gain a half right there, baby. Right? Look at that. Look at that. It's all the way out there, man. Look at that. So you can gain a half right in there. I'm looking to gain a full, not a half. I want to gain a full. You guys ready for a giveaway? Oh, geez, Pops is a goofball. Where's the other cards? Oh, there they are. Double it and cut it in half, Matthew. Hey, I'm trying to look good for Mushfest. When I show up at Mushfest, I'm going to be... Look at Pops is like, he's popping pecs. Look at this. Watch. You guys see that one? Popping pecs. That's out of line. He's 65. He's going on 80. Anybody want to play me rugby? You guys, hey, anybody want to play rugby when we get up to the Mushfest? Masai says I can do it too, Pops. Great. Sigh. Wish you were going to Mush Fest. And then we do it together. We just stand around over in the corner of a balcony somewhere and go, boom. Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Mush Fest. Boom. How are you? Creepy. Creepy. I got to do a giveaway. We have 2 of them, right? Aren't we supposed to be doing 2? Tomorrow, question and answer. Let's do these 2 giveaways. Brooke's like, I'm not doing it, Brooke. That's how you'll treat each other, Johnny. A mesh top, like that is so 80s, right? A mesh top? That's hilarious. Pops in a swolled up mesh top. Oh, gosh, darn you guys. Okay, what am I? I'm going to do a what am I? Mesh tank top. You guys stop it. Knock it off, everybody. From now on, I'm wearing a parka. That's it. I'm wearing a parka. That's all there's to it. Okay? Sigh, see what you did? See what you got started? Now we're all popping at each other. Boop, boop. How you doing, man? You know, there's always, in certain organizations, there are supposed to be secret handshakes, right? Am I going too far? Yeah, Pops, you're slipping over the edge. Yes. No, we're not having a secret handshake. No. All right? That's an absolute no. Okay? Here we go. What am I? I always want to get started, then I want to laugh instead. John's like, I just did it. We're all doing it. Papa Peck, go ahead. Papa Peck or Papa Mammary? It's your choice. Are you wearing a mesh topper? Just stop it, Matthew. Matthew, you're, I keep waiting to see your comment. I gotta stop it. I'm not doing it anymore. Okay. Here we go. What am I? I have more nicknames than any car in history. What am I? Marco? Oh, gosh. I have more nicknames than any car in history. Carry on, kill it. Carry on already won. He blew the game for everybody. Forget it. It's the Volkswagen Beetle. He's right. He's got it. Carry on said it before anybody else could say a word. Carry on. I was last made in 2003, the longest produced car in history. I was promoted by Hitler, who wanted a people's car, Volkswagen. I have more nicknames than any car in history. I was known as the Coccinelle in France. I was designed by Ferdinand Porsche in 1937, and I was known as one of the worst cars ever made. So I had a Beetle. Pops, I'll give you your thing here in a minute, carry on. So Pops had a Beetle. It was somewhere in the mid-70s, 75, 76. I think I might have been just out of high school. So I bought a used red VW. It would be worth $1 million today. If, true story, Pops is out partying one night somewhere, who knows what. I hadn't gotten into the Marine Corps yet. I was still in college. And I was on my way home from, I can't even remember where. And I wake up on the freeway with about 30 to 40 feet of fence wrapped around my car. I wake up and there's fence all wrapped around. Back then, you didn't have the cement barriers between the lanes on each highway. Sometimes it was just a chain link fence. Literally, it was a chain link fence. I fell asleep in my car. And I took about 30 feet of chain link fence wrapped around the car. I should have died. There's no question. They had to Get me out of the car. Not even one scratch on me. Nothing. Nothing. I walk away. I think I'm the luckiest guy in the whole world. Boy, am I lucky. I didn't even get a ticket from the policemen that were there. Basically, got away. About 6 months later, I get a bill from the state of California for replacing the 30 feet of fence that I tore out. I guess they kept my name and number on a record somewhere. Sent me a bill. Here's your bill, $3,612. I don't remember the number. Sent me a bill to replace the fence. They used to do it like that. Now, I'm sure it wouldn't have worked out quite as nicely for me. Carry on. What a story, me and my VW, huh? Pops. I have one more story, too. I'll tell you guys maybe tomorrow if you remind me. It was a Pops over the edge, cliff edge. And I survived. True story. It was my only, that I can remember, only out-of-body experience. Literally. I'll tell you tomorrow. It was an expensive nap site, he says. It was. It was like, and I'm sure I had been drinking, et cetera, but come on, man. It was 70s. I don't think they were paying as, I don't know. They pay attention, of course, but somehow I got away with everything, and except for the fence bill. International Kindness Association sticker is in your box. A 10-pack is in your box. This is for Carry On. Carry On, thank you. Thank you for playing. Carry On, you're also going to get some scrunchies, some Penis Envy scrunchies. Close to 2 grams in there. And the final pack that's coming has just a little bit more in the last box of today. So let's play a game and get that one out. Now that Pops is ran long. Well, it's not long. We say we can go till 10 after from now on, right? Are we allowed to go till 10 after 9? 10 after 10 from now on? And then it's not considered long? Is that okay? We're going to go to 10 after 10 from now on. We're stretching it that extra 10 minutes. Carry On, congratulations. And let's do one more giveaway. That one was pretty darn easy. I didn't expect it would go that fast. This one you're going to have a harder time with. Okay? This one you're going to have a harder time with. I was spied on by both the Soviet Union and Great Britain, where I was a citizen. I'm a citizen of Great Britain and I'm being spied on, and the Soviet Union spied on me too. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? I don't think Putin is a British citizen. Turing, Hemingway, Churchill, Childs, that's a good answer. Hughes, Lenin, Donald, McDonough, Winston Churchill, McLean, Lenin. I'm going to give you guys another Polanski. I'm going to give you guys another clue, a quick one. I once purposely got arrested so I could spend the night in jail on Christmas just for the experience. I want to go to jail on Christmas to see what it's like. I'm being spied on by my own country, Great Britain, and Soviet Union. I'm not George Blake. I'm not Kim Philby. I'm not Mandela. I'm not Mick Jagger, John Lennon. But definitely you guys know that it's going to be an English person, right? Phil Collins, Hendrix, Johnny Lenn. Who else? Who else could it be? Al Capone. How about this one? This is the giveaway. Here's the giveaway. I'm going to give you another clue first, okay? I said all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. Who said that? Who said that? Hint. I just gave you another clue. Darwin, Animal Farm. That's getting close. I'd like to know the author. Darwin. George Orwell. Keen Kennedy got it. Keen. Keen. That was a keen answer, Keen. George Orwell. George Orwell. I said all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. I was spied on by both the Soviet Union and Great Britain, where I was a citizen. I once purposely got arrested so I could spend a night in jail on Christmas, just for the experience. I never received any major awards while I was alive. Despite being considered one of the greatest British writers of all time, I coined the term. What term did he coin? Come on. Come on. What term came from his book Animal Farm? I wrote the book Animal Farm. What term? Come on. Come on. First person to see it. There you go, H-Town. Big Brother. I coined the term Big Brother. Brian Webb, you guys are all smart out there. You guys wouldn't even be watching Pops if you weren't smart. So I expect IQs in the high numbers from all of y'all. Keen International Kindness Association. Pack of Pops, 10-pack, penis envy, and let's give you some ghost crunchies. Let's get you some ghost crunch lunchies. How's that? That's a nice little pack of ghost crunch lunch. Have that for lunch, breakfast, and dinner. Can you get me your address over to fungi2u.com, and I will get this sent out to you. All winners today, we had Carry On. We had Brian. I'm sorry, I take that back. We had Carry On. We had Happy Mike. Brian was close. Brian's going to win soon. He's really smart. We had Carry On. We had Happy Mike. And we have Keen. 24 hours clock started now. Get me those addresses, kids. You guys have a great day. I sure have had a good one already. I'm glad I started it out with you guys. Don't be attached to anything. You think it's not as hard as you think. When you start to get anxious or something, or you're like, am I attached to this? Is this something, or is this something I can just let go and let it happen? And when it happens, it's supposed to, and when it doesn't, nature doesn't want it to happen. That's okay. Because something else is going to happen. You don't know what. I'm speaking from experience. I'm free today. I drive around, I fly around on a magic carpet now. I do, because I don't want anything. I don't want anything. I won't do it on credit. I won't buy it on credit, because guess what? Credit means I'm attached to it. It owns me until I pay it off. Credit means I'm attached to it. It's attached to me. I'm going to give you cash for it, and if I don't want it anymore, I'm going to give it away to somebody. Somebody that needs it more than me. Somebody could use it. And that's as good as having just given them the money in the first place. Maybe better. Because if I had given them the money, maybe they wouldn't have used it appropriately. So, ramble. Pops, I still had an extra minute, so that's why I was rambling. I'm looking at my clock. I got an extra minute to talk. You guys have a great, great day. Okay? Microdosing Jackie. Microdosing seems to help me with the negative dialogues. It absolutely does. It's Jackie, that was one of my first happy experiences with microdosing. Is, man, all of a sudden I just had this instant desire to not even concentrate on anything except how to create something. Like I'd even lose track of stuff, but I'm in the middle of creating something else. Like I gotta go draw something, or I gotta go write something, or I gotta go perform something, or I gotta go fix a tub, and your brain starts saying, I don't want to sit on a couch and think. I don't want to, all of a sudden I forgot I don't need to smoke a cigarette. My brain's working. I'm not sitting around going, gosh, I wish I had a cigarette. So it breaks addictions. I want to go gamble. No, I don't even my brain's not even saying, let me go gamble. My brain's saying, I wonder if I can start a couple more tubs today. Microdosing is just amazing, and especially if you're on a regimen, because you literally are regrowing old neural pathways that have died off, and you're starting new ones. You're starting new ones. You microdose one time, okay. You had an experience, but you aren't building neural pathway highways. So a steady regimen is the same thing as taking Flintstone vitamins. Same thing. The guy that doesn't take the Flintstone vitamins compared to the guy that does is, have you seen some 65-year-old men? Have you? There's some in pretty rough shape. Then you look at Pops. He ain't doing too bad. I take care of my vitamins too. Just read they grow back 10% bigger. They will, Spoonie. Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't anything that was broken grow back bigger and stronger when you regrow it? They're learning so much about the brain and what it's really doing, what psilocybin's really doing for the brain. It's unbelievable. Caitlin, they do that for me too. When I first started microdosing, I would cry in the morning. Just, I'd weep about something. Not so much anymore, but literally like resetting up new emotions, getting kinder, getting more thoughtful, getting more emotive, getting more compassionate. One word, you kids use it all the time. The word for it is woke. Getting more woke. And it's nature's medicine. Nature created that and evolved it with the human for the specific purpose of us having something to use that isn't harmful. And it's the people that are in touch with nature and homeopathic ways that go, wow, that one right there, that one works. That one works really good for these things. Pops, peace, love. Be kind to one another. It's easy for you guys to do. Practice it. Yeah, it's a good woke, Johnny Stamos. It's the woke of awareness, not the cultural word that is being used the way it is. Sai, I'm glad to see you in the morning. Can't wait to greet you on the deck. MVP. Johnny Stamos, Caitlin, overjoyed. There you are. Jesus Christ. Savage. Jackie Cat and MVP. And Jesus Christ in Australia. Caitlin and Johnny Stamos and MVP in Vegas. There's my Vegie. Yeah. Cy and Sherry Buckman. And Johnny Stamos and Joe Dubiel. And Kenny King Kennedy. We'll be here tomorrow for that question and answer. MVP, DJ and Leonard Oaks and Silly Gal and Greeny Tables and Laura has a divine day. Exception, you have an exception day. City Hunter, hunt them down and love them. I lost my iPod. Losty, I know I got your address once before. Send it to me again. There's a box sitting here with your name on it. It's not your fault. I'm sure it was when the email went down. I need an address from I lost my iPod. Vegas and Jesus Christ and Johnny Stamos and MVP and Spoonie Smash and Slingy Sling and Jesus and Shasta and Marco. See, there, Marco's a living example. Exception and Overjoyed and Chrissy Bastine and Joey and Nerd Nature and Marco and Happy Mike. Happy should be happy. Jamie, I Losty and Ladran. Pops, peace. Be good and kind to one another. And we'll see you guys here tomorrow. Same mush time, same mush channel. Pops out.